of challenges that you faced?
I think I sort of always kind of attack life head on, and I never see things as a challenge, I see them as an opportunity. And I remember being a little girl and people telling me, "Oh, that's cute." When I would say I wanted to be a doctor when I grew up. And I think that really gave fuel to my fire because I would remember, even as a young woman, kind of hearing that dismissiveness sometimes in people's voice, like, "Oh, sure, sure, you'll do that." And then that kind of just gave me the motivation to say, "Oh, I'm going to show them." I really am going to do it. You can relate to this. I feel like really ambitious women have two partners, an extremely supportive partner or generally no partner.
Yeah.
But there's really no room for the gray. In training and surgery, it is, of course, a really long road. It's a male-dominated field, but I always kind of accepted the challenge as just an opportunity to shine and be my best and do that, sort of thing. So I also have this type of personality where if I'm going to do something, I'm not just going to do it. I'm going to be the best.
Do you feel that today in 2024, 2025, when the people's going to watch this video, then it's still taboo a little bit with the plastic surgery?
I think surgery training in general.
Bonjour everyone, welcome to the Wilkie's podcast, a place where we inspire women to succeed their life, to fulfill their purpose, to manifest their dreams, and to increase their income. Today I have an amazing and exceptional guest that's going to share her experience as a woman, a professional, the expert in her field, and she's board certified plastic surgeon. She has achieved the highest level of certification in the field of plastic surgery. She has 4 years of undergrad, 4 years of medical school, 9 years of surgery training, plastic surgery at Mayo Clinic, and now she is the best of the best. And I have the privilege and honor to welcome Dr. Ashley Howarth. Thank you so much, Dr. Ashley, to be with us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. I'm excited to be here.
It's so impressive, like all your training, your experience, everything you're doing. Can you just share a little bit more about your background, your training, what you're doing exactly?
My family moved around a lot when I was growing up, but I always call the state of Kentucky home because I lived there the longest of anywhere. I graduated from high school there. I did both college and medical school there. I met my husband there. So that really feels like home to me. And then once we were married, part of our journey kind of moved us across the United States. So I did general surgery training in Texas, and my husband was in the Army, and so he served at Fort Hood. That's what took us to Texas. And then we came to Arizona at the Mayo Clinic for me to finish my surgery training in plastic surgery. And then we loved Arizona so much. We thought the desert was so beautiful that we decided to stay and make it our permanent home. So now we both are in private practice here in Arizona. We also loved Arizona because we knew that it was going to be a really easy place to convince both sets of our parents to come in their retirement because of the warm weather, the beautiful sunshine. And so we have our whole family is kind of moved here with us now, which we are so, so grateful for. So we've got both sets of parents, and this is home now.
That's amazing. The same kind of experience when I came from Montreal, French girl, Canadian, and moved here. I was just fell in love with Arizona. The place is amazing. And you're now here with your husband, your family, and you are in your practice. What was your challenges when you were in your training as, a woman, young woman, and everything you faced? What kind of challenges that you faced?
That's an interesting question because I think I sort of always kind of attack life head on, and I never see things as a challenge. I see them as an opportunity. And I remember being a little girl and people telling me, "Oh, that's cute." When I would say I wanted to be a doctor when I grew up. And I think that really gave fuel to my fire because I would remember, even as a young woman, kind of hearing that dismissiveness sometimes in people's voice, like, "Oh, sure, sure, you'll do that." And then that kind of just gave me the motivation to say, "Oh, I'm going to show them." I really am going to do it. And, as I got closer and continued my education, I fell in love with surgery because I really love the chance to work with people directly, help them solve a problem or fix something and see those results tangibly right away. Whether that was, taking out a sick appendix or now doing things in plastic surgery that are just amazing. I really like being able to help people in a way that we can both see and see the changes that, positively come from that. So in training and surgery, it is, of course, a really long road. It's a male dominated field, but I always kind of accepted the challenge as just an opportunity to shine and be my best and do that, sort of thing. So
You knew that you were in
I
the
love
right
training.
place. You knew that you were in the right place because from your
Yeah.
childhood, very young age, you knew
Mhm.
that you want to become a doctor, right?
A doctor, yes. And then surgery just kind of became really apparent as to what I would like to do. I always thought I would have an inkling towards surgery. There are no physicians in my family, so I was really open-minded in medical school as I was doing all of the rotations, kind of going through each field of medicine. You do, weeks or months rotating on all of these different services. And I loved surgery. I didn't care that I had to be at the hospital at 3:30 or 4 in the morning. I was excited. I was passionate about it. I loved it. And then as I even got into surgery training, I really fell in love with plastic surgery. My mother and grandmother are both expert seamstresses. And I actually grew up making patterns, sewing clothes, doing all of these fun things with my dolls and for ourselves. And so when I was introduced to plastic surgery and I realized that it's both science and art, and in a lot of plastic surgery, we're actually making patterns and manipulating tissue and sewing it in ways that make a better shape and provide better form and function. So it was just completely in my wheelhouse. And I love it so much because it not only fulfills me professionally, but also personally because I really enjoy doing it.
You love to see the result of your
Mhm,
art, what you're doing, and see your
mhm.
patient so happy, satisfied with the result, right?
Absolutely. And I don't sew my own clothes anymore because my bug is totally fulfilled by just performing surgery.
I love it. Then you're the first doctor in your family? Are you the
Yes.
first? Okay.
Mhm.
Then you changed the story a little bit of your bloodline. You just impacted then how your family reacted with the fact that you became a doctor, but in plastic surgery. What is the
I think
reaction?
everybody was really proud. And
Yeah.
mostly I think that they were just excited to see how happy it made me. And of course, that makes them support me because they see how much I love it.
Do you feel that today in 2024, 2025, when the people's going to watch this video, then it's still taboo a little bit with the plastic surgery?
I think surgery training in general sometimes poses difficult challenges for women because it occurs generally in the time of our life where we're also considering marriage, considering starting a family. And it does take a long time to, graduate and achieve your goal of becoming a surgeon. And the hours are long. It's hard
Mm-hmm.
work, studying, being in the hospital, the stress, the pressure of learning how to become a surgeon. And so it's hard for anybody, man or woman, but I feel like women definitely, as being the ones that are able to bear children, have additional stresses that we have to face if you're considering doing that during training or sometimes postponing your family. Like I postponed my family until I was through with my surgical training and then went through some personal challenges with doing reproductive endocrinology help, IVF, that sort of thing, in order to have my family now. So would that have happened had I not waited so long? You can never say,
Uh-huh.
but there are definitely challenges to being a woman in surgery.
Absolutely. And to find a spouse that's going to support the kind of life you
Yes.
have, it's not necessary easy to find somebody who's going to understand your schedule, your pressure, your stress that you face, all the
Yeah.
responsibilities.
You can relate to this. I feel like really ambitious women have two partners, an extremely supportive partner or generally no partner.
Yeah,
But there's really no room for the gray
that's
because
good.
your partner has to be 100% on board with you and completely and fully support you and know that they're going to be taking on a lot of responsibility that is normally split between two people
Yeah.
because
Uh-huh.
you're not there a lot and, really love that and support that. Otherwise, it's really difficult to maintain relationships for sure.
You need a secure man to be with a successful woman and be okay and share all the life responsibilities, and you have kids. How do
Mhm.
you manage family
Yes.
time and your profession? How do you manage
Yeah, I
that?
mean, it's a lot of hard work, but having a family was also always a personal goal of mine. So not only, achieving academic success, but also in my family, I always knew that I wanted to be a mom and have kids. And so I just try to make time for both by 100% focusing on whatever the task at hand is. So when I'm
Mm-hmm.
at work, I donate all my time and energy to work. And when I'm at home, I try not to be distracted by work and just spend time with my kids and my husband and really give them that undivided attention. Now, when the kids go to bed, I usually spend 3 more hours at night working on, administrative things for work.
Mm.
So I'm in this really sweet spot of life where I'm really busy working, growing my family, doing all of these things, but I try to maintain the perspective of, that this is a time that I will look back on at some point and miss.
Uh-huh.
And I really try to enjoy the process as it's happening and live each day to its fullest.
That's good. They're fully present when you're there. Because
Hmm.
often people think that because you're busy, you're not there. But some people, they stay home, mom, and they're not really present. And this is why when we are really we love what we're doing, we're passionate like you are. But at the same time, when you have time with your kids and your husband, you try to invest your time to be fully present when you're with them and make all
Yeah.
the difference, right?
Yeah. And there is no right way. And, for everybody is individual. But for me, I get used to not having my phone around, which is actually amazing for me. I have seen it now. It's such a blessing because when I'm operating in the OR, I don't have my phone. I don't do a lot of screen time during the day. So it's easy for me to also set it aside at night because I don't really look at social media a lot and I have like dedicated time in my schedule built out to check email and things like that. And if it's not one of those times, then I just try to put my phone away and really connect with my kids or my husband and spend that one-on-one time, which I think is really important.
That's so good. We coach women that they can have it all. And this is exactly what I see with you. You didn't decide to just say, I'm going to pick and choose. It's going to be
Mhm.
my profession, but no family or kids or this or that. You want it all. And this is what you're building right now in your life. And you're a model for this generation. And I hope and I desire that ladies, women watching this show right now can be inspired by you to see that it's possible to have it all, and to
Thank you.
work
That's
for that.
great.
And you have an
Yeah.
amazing energy when we met together. I said, wow, this is very a wonderful person because you're doing a great job, but at the same time, we feel you that you really invested and committed in your profession, what you're doing. We feel the passion. We feel like you want to see the results. And I see you that you apply many law of success in your life. That what we teach in our coaching. Your vision was
Hmm.
really clear from your childhood. I want to be a
Hmm.
doctor. After that, clarity was higher with surgeon, plastic surgeon, and more. And you're very disciplined. Is it tough for you to be disciplined this way, the way you are talking about right now?
I think it's just become, who I've become over time because you are right. You do have to be really disciplined, but I think success occurs when you have that continuity. It's small things that you're doing every day and you're doing it every day and you're doing it well. And I also have this type of personality where if I'm going to do something, I'm not just going to do it, I'm going to be the best.
Love it.
And so, it's probably like a personality fault, but I have these roadmaps to life. We all kind of did that when we were in elementary school, where they have you say, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And let's make your life map. And I kind of have always modeled my life in that way. And when I set out to achieve a goal, then I kind of work backwards from there. And I think about the small steps that I need to start doing to achieve that, down to like, what do I need to be doing every day to get
Mhm.
there? And so I think when you start having all of that commitment and continuity and you're just being diligent about things, then success comes. You have to work at it every day.
Do you feel like you just said, I want to be the best? Do you feel that you're a competitive woman?
Oh, yeah.
What is your drive for that? What is push you to be competitive?
I don't know. I've just always been that way. And I don't feel competition with anyone else. I feel it
Hmm.
within myself.
Yeah,
It's a personal drive because I know what I expect of myself and I know what I'm capable of. And so I just want to make sure that I'm giving that to myself, my patients, my family. And it's just something that I expect of myself. And I don't judge other people and I want other people to live their life the way that they want to. And it's never about me competing with anyone else. It's about me being the best that I can every day.
I love it. Then, how many women plastic surgeons are here in Arizona right now?
Oh, I'm not sure about in Arizona, especially in private practice. Definitely much fewer than there are men in general in the field of plastic surgery. I think that it's pretty well documented that about 36% of the workforce is made up by women.
Then
Right.
you're in the minority. How do you feel right now? Because we're talking about the challenges when you were in training, but right now, what kind of challenges that you face?
When people are choosing a surgeon, especially in plastic surgery, and I only do elective surgery, meaning that people are coming because they want to make a change themselves, but it's not necessarily something that has to be done for a like, indicated reason. And so they have a lot of choice in their provider. It's not like their insurance company is telling
Yeah.
them they have to go to a certain provider at a certain place or anything like that. So again, I don't see other physicians in the community necessarily as competition. I just like to think of my practice as a way to connect with people. I love talking to people. I like hearing their stories. I like hearing about what they want to achieve and helping them come up with some plan that help them, achieve their goal. And so, there are probably different preferences for different patient populations. Some people might want male surgeons, some people might want older surgeons. I think what maybe attracts me is they know that I'm young. I've recently gone through training, graduated. I'm still really involved with clinic. I really prioritize even my own personal education. I like to make sure that I'm at the forefront of the field in terms of knowing what all the new science is saying, what all the new technology is, what new surgical techniques are. And I love learning. I always have. And so that's something that I know I'll continue throughout my career. So I think when people come to see me, they probably connect with me on some level. The vast majority of my patients are women, although I do treat men as well. But I think that they probably feel like understand what they're going through. And I have even realized as becoming a mother of myself, especially with a lot of the procedures that we do that are addressing the changes that come to the body after childbirth, I really am able to connect with my patients on a more personal level. I'm sure there's some sort of appeal with the patient population in that regard as well.
You know, you work hard, but you love what you're doing. You're very passionate. Do you feel that you're fulfilling your purpose?
I think so. Sometimes I worry about that. And, it's silly that we all have these worries, but there are times that I second guess myself because I think, oh, I trained to do really amazing things. And I made the choices in my career to be a business owner, to do elective aesthetic surgery, to have a lot of control over my life. I wanted to be the one to work today. I have a PTA meeting tomorrow. I want to go to the Halloween parade at school. But I just really wanted to be able to control my life, the time that I spent at work versus home, and also the experience that I was able to offer my patients. So that's why I decided to go into practice as opposed to being an employee at a hospital somewhere. But there are days where I think, oh my goodness, I'm not necessarily treating cancer patients anymore. Am I doing a service? Am I fulfilling my potential? But then I see my patient, see how much they're impacted and how much I feel like I contribute to their journey, their life in a positive way. And I do feel like I am fulfilling my potential because I'm able to connect with people and, make a positive connection and help them in some way in their life. And I think that that's doing good.
You know, I celebrated you because I was so happy for you and for your new season because, you know, you own your place now. You open your own business clinic. It's
Mhm.
another season, it's other challenges also.
Yeah.
Um, how do you feel in this new season? You just share a little bit this part, but it's both now. You have to take care of the business and
Yeah.
wear the two hats. How do you feel exactly?
I love it. Of course, it's presented with challenges every day. But that's something that I love about life. I love that we can really grow, that we can really challenge ourselves. And so there was definitely a season in my life where all of my energy was focusing on just becoming the best possible surgeon that I could. And I had no other than just doing surgery. And then as I've gotten more comfortable in that role, and time has gone on and I've gained more experience, it was time to start the next chapter, which was being a business owner. And it's really intimidating. When I was in medical school and surgical residency, they really don't talk to you about owning your own business.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where support of my partner, my husband, has been so vital for me. While he was supporting me in surgery residency, he was getting his MBA. He's also a provider, he's a dentist. He owns his own practice, and he's done that for several years, even when I was continuing my surgery training. But I really lean on him, my partner in everything. And he's the one that was really behind me saying, like, you can do this, you can own your
That's good.
business.
Love
Do it
it.
together. And it's wonderful. And then I've also been able to surround myself with a fantastic team. And I think that that's also something that's really important. We can't go through life alone. And so we're wanting to accomplish big goals, whether that's personally or professionally. I think surrounding yourself with people that are on the same page, also have the same vision, have the same work ethic and drive is really important. So I have a fabulous office manager, and all of the girls we brought in our team are absolutely amazing. I think working together as a team has been really powerful in propelling the business forward.
That's so important. You just say something, then it's very important. I love it to surround yourself with the right people, the
Mhm.
team, because a vision without a team cannot be really fulfilled. Then this is why the love environment, who you're going to surround yourself, with, like your husband is really the one that supports you, he's there with you, you're surrounded by a good team. Do you feel like you had to take some choices during your training, your profession, your life, to choose the right people around you, to remove some people also
Yeah,
to pursue your dreams?
absolutely. And I think that can be really hard, especially as women, because a lot of times we don't want to do anything that's going to disappoint anyone else, or, sometimes it's selfish if we're prioritizing our own goals or aspirations. Some of that just comes with maturity because you start to realize that you've got to do those things and there's an appropriate way to do it. And I think as you go through life, you don't necessarily have to say goodbye to people in your past. But once you recognize that you're not on a common goal, working towards a common future, it's okay to say, I'm not going to spend as much time with you. I need to spend more time with people that are going to be helping me the goals that I have and also have the same goals for themselves. And that's where the magic is.
That's helped you a lot because some people they want to be people pleaser and they want to please people that not offend people around them, and finally at the end of the day their own dreams is compromised, their own goals is compromised. Now I have two last questions for you.
Okay.
One of my clients, she came to me a couple of years ago in Canada. She was an attorney and she had the dream to become a judge, but she was really young and you have to meet some criteria to have some years of experience to become a judge. And we said, no matter what, you can manifest your dream. If it's your goal, your purpose, we will work on it. And she became the youngest judge in Canada. This
That's
is very
amazing.
amazing. It was her
Yeah.
dream. And we work on manifesting because I coach people that we are creator of our life.
Right.
We can decide and rewrite the story of our life and decide what's going to be our future, what's going to be our life.
Hmm.
And we work on manifesting this part. And she, surprisingly, she just apply everything I coached her. And in the 12 months, she became a judge and she still are. But my question to you, what's next for you? What do you want to manifest next for you? Big question of the day.
No, that is a great question. And I completely agree with everything you're saying because you can't just be, a passive bystander in your life. And it's okay to have dreams and it's okay to set goals and it's okay to start doing those things to work towards them. And I think manifestation is a perfect thing. So for me right now in my career, as I'm starting to grow my business, I think I want to see that expand. So we're going to start offering other services to our clients, not necessarily surgical, but some non-surgical services as well. And then, I really have big plans for my family. So I'm currently pregnant. I know we recently talked about that. But
Congratulations.
cool. So I know as the business is growing, I'll be focusing a lot of time on my family as well. Um, so I think it's always the same for me, business and family, the things. And I'm constantly meeting a goal and setting that next one and figuring out what steps I need to take to get to that next level.
That's awesome. Now, some women they're watching the show right now and they look at you, they look at us, and they say, this is good for them, but maybe not for me. Or they're maybe a little bit discouraged of what they're facing right now. And they maybe don't see anymore their future bright and to be successful. Maybe they just want to quit. And we can see clearly that with what you're doing, with your profession and the impact you have, you love. We see the love in your eyes to help women to feel good about themselves, to be successful. And in my part in coaching, this is exactly what I'm doing. The other side, that what do you want to tell them, to this lady watching this show right now, and to encourage them to not quit and pursue their dreams?
I think it's always important to remember that you are good enough now. You are capable now to do great things, and that everybody should have the confidence to dream big, big goals for themselves. And sometimes it does seem like there's this massive gap between where you are and where you want to be. And then it's those small little things where you start setting small incremental steps for yourself and creating that pathway or that roadmap of little things doing every day that just put you on that path to achieving the ultimate goal. And anyone is capable of that.
That's so good. Thank you so much. Now, if the people they want to reach to you, I'm going to put the link under here, this video. They can have more information about you. They can connect on your social media, Instagram, and all what you're doing right now. And they can know where are you located right now? Where?
Paradise Valley, Arizona, kind of central in the Phoenix area. And we would love to meet everyone.
And what are you doing exactly, just to be sure that people they can just know exactly what you're doing? What is your expertise exactly?
So I do aesthetic surgery of the face, breast, and body. I'm a board certified plastic surgeon, so I feel comfortable operating on all of those areas. And I would say that, again, the majority of my patients, probably 90% are women, but I do men as well.
That's good. Then you can contact Dr. Ashley Howarth. You have the link below. We're so glad. Thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate. I know your time is precious, and I really appreciate your time to come and share all your expertise, who you are, and to help other women to succeed their life. Also, thank you so much.
Thank you. I feel honored to be here. Thank you very much.
And you're the best of the best. And I know it's not done yet. You're going to, be at the top of the mountain. You're going to just do more and more. You are a driven woman. And may the success be with you. And just continue to fulfill all your dreams. And I decree your clinics be the best in Arizona and more.
Thank you.
Then thank you so much, guys. We just love to have you in this show. Stay connected. We're going to have another show coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we bless you. We love you and see you in the next show. Bye-bye.